Yo, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Foreign Insight Podcast with your host, Maddox. Like, share, subscribe, and let's get into it, man. Last night debate. It was a pitiful debate. It was literally a disgrace. It was Trump going against 1 on 3. The mediator was super biased, and the female mediator was also ABC. She don't like Trump. She was already smart, and she also, if I am mistaken, the AKA, if I am mistaken. But we got to give Trump a level of accountability because he signed up for that. So we got to keep it 100 on both sides. Kamala Harris did way better than expected, to be perfectly honest. I got to be 100. I'm a person that lives on, that speaks the truth or try to be accurate as close as possible and honest. She actually didn't do bad because of how the questions was pampered to her or delivered to her, or softball questions, I should say. When she was speaking, there was nobody trying to fact check what she was saying. But when Trump was speaking, they tried to fact check Trump, right? So, for example, we already know Trump been denounced Project 2025. He been said that wasn't his, and everyone knew this. But she comes on a platform and still repeats the same talking points over, and over. So now let's take a look at the person who actually the head of that Project 2025. Let's look.
You for joining us and coming. I know people are like, y'all got the architect of the 2025? Yes, because everyone has been talking about it. And we saw an interview that you did with the Associated Press, and we've been reading through some things. And I think we just want to first start with anchoring this conversation in. You told the New York Times that this plan is a plan that is for anyone. It's not just for Donald Trump. You would like if President Biden would implement some of it, but you don't think that that's going to happen. And so you reject the assertion that this is a plan that was cooked up specifically for the second coming of the Trump administration.
I appreciate that question because as your lobby shows when you walk in, you've got the word honesty and the word accuracy there. That's an honest and accurate depiction, and I'm grateful. Number one, the Heritage Foundation couldn't do that because we are nonpartisan. We can't be tied to one candidate. Secondly, we have offered a briefing of Project 2025 dating back to last year to every candidate for presidency, including President Biden. Honest to goodness, I would have been thrilled if President Biden and his team asked for a briefing. We understand that we have differences of opinion on just about everything. But at Heritage, we believe in telling the truth with a smile on our face. But the last point I should make is that now that President Trump is the nominee, and President Biden has not taken a Project 2025 briefing, President Trump is going to make decisions about policy in his administration if he wins. Project 2025 is something that's going to transcend the next 4 years, the next 10 years. It really is, for the first time in the
Now you see that, right? Now y'all see that. Let's be perfectly honest, right? We already know. We already know for a fact. Hold on 1 second. We already know for a fact that guy right there is the founder of Project 2025. He admitted. He even said that he tried to give the Democrats the proposal to look over. You know what that reminds me of? Ice Cube. Remember Ice Cube had a proposal for Black America? And he shipped it around to Democrats and Republicans. And what Democrats said, we'll take a look at it once we get into office. That sounds familiar, right? Ice Cube also said after the Democrats won the presidency and they became they are in office now, they have yet to reach back out to him to try to implement that plan. Right? Now let's watch Kamala Harris lie. Let's watch it.
Let's talk about what Donald Trump left us. Donald Trump left us the worst unemployment since the Great Depression. Donald Trump left us the worst public health epidemic in a century. Donald Trump left us the worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War. And what...
Time out. Time out. She just flat out lied. Most people do not care about January 6th. One person died via a cop shooting a woman, RIP. But come on. The videos are out there. The policemen and officials were letting people in the Capitol behind back doors, walking them through offices.
We're going to be heard.
She just lied to y'all.
This must be peaceful.
So we're going to skip past 9/11. And by today, as the recording of this video, it's 9/11. RIP to the brave people who lost their lives that day, and the civilians who lost their lives that day who went to work. How dare you lie like that? So that was worse than 9/11? Are you serious?
we have done is clean up Donald Trump's mess. What we have done and what I intend to do is build on what we know are the aspirations and the hopes of the American people. But I'm going to tell you all in this debate tonight, you're going to hear from the same old tired playbook, a bunch of lies, grievances, and name calling. What you're going to hear tonight is a detailed and dangerous plan called Project 2025 that the former president intends on implementing if he were elected again. I believe very strongly that the American people want a president who understands the importance of bringing us together, knowing we have so much more in common than what separates us, and I pledge to you to be a president for all Americans.
President Trump will give you a minute here to respond.
Number one, I have nothing to do, as you know, and as she knows better than anyone, I have nothing to do with Project 2025. That's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it purposely. I'm not going to read it. This was a group of people that got together. They came up with some ideas, I guess some good, some bad, but it makes no difference. I have nothing to do. Everybody knows I'm an open book. Everybody knows what I'm going to do. Cut taxes very substantially and create a great economy like I did before. We had the greatest economy. We got hit with a pandemic. And the pandemic was not since 1917, where 100 million people died.
There you have it. I showed y'all the head of Project 2025 that's been out there for a long time now. This proposal been out since last year. Now, all of a sudden, it's linked to Trump because he's running for presidency. And then forgot to tell y'all, more details, there's black and white people that came up with that proposal. It's a proposal. It's no different than a group of black people getting together to make a proposal to give to your local mayor or local governor or local city's council member for things they want to change in their community. It's a proposal. So she was flat out lying right there, right? Let's go to the next point, she says. But
understand, if Donald Trump...
Matter of fact, listen. Now to go to the abortion thing. Trump already said he's not doing a national ban. He's not doing that. He also said that he agreed with abortion from incest, rape, in the life of the mother. Like Ronald Reagan. He been saying this the whole way through. And she's still going to lie and say that he's trying to ban abortions. Take a look. Take a look at this.
But understand, If Donald Trump were to be reelected, he will sign a national abortion ban. Understand, in his Project 2025, there would be a national abortion, a monitor that would be monitoring your pregnancies, your miscarriages. I think the American people believe that certain freedoms, in particular the freedom to make decisions about one's own body, should not be made by the government.
Thank you, Vice President Harris.
Well, there she goes again. It's a lie. I'm not signing a ban, and there's no reason to sign a ban because we've gotten what everybody wanted. Democrats, Republicans, and everybody else, and every legal scholar wanted it to be brought back into the states, and the states are voting.
Crazy. Crazy. This is crazy. How she could just flat out lie like that. This is crazy. She lied to your face like if you are a fool. And in most cases, a lot of people are fools. I don't understand how news can flat out lie. And nothing happens to these sites. All these media places. Like nothing happens to these people. They just flat out lie to people. She flat out just straight Pinocchio'd. That's crazy. Crazy. So now, hold on.
Anybody's guns away, so stop with the...
So, she also lied about the whole gun thing. Right? Let's take another look, shall we?
Taking anybody's guns away, so stop with the continuous lying about this stuff. I do believe that we need to do buybacks. I support buybacks.
How mandatory is your gun buyback program?
It's mandatory. We want to ban assault weapons. We need an assault weapons ban. We need reasonable gun safety laws in this country, starting with universal background checks and a renewal of the assault weapon ban. I'm also in favor of the assault weapons ban, of universal background checks, red flag laws. Congress needs to have the courage to act and renew the assault weapons ban. So it's clear that we must renew the assault weapons ban. Let's have an assault weapons ban. We need an assault weapons ban. Demanding, as we all do, red flag laws, universal background checks, and a renewal of the assault weapons ban. We're saying we need reasonable gun safety laws, including universal background checks, and to your point, Chris, a renewal of the assault weapons ban. It's just the right thing to do. But we still need an assault weapons ban. And yeah, I am radical. I do believe that we need to get radical about what we are doing and take it seriously. Decisions is my values have not changed.
Another flat out lie. Y'all gotta tell me if I'm bugging out. Y'all can tell me if I'm lying. Y'all can be real and say, Maddox, you bugging out. And then Trump mentioned something, right? That people laughed. Like, he's bugging out, he's crazy. He's not telling the truth. Hold on.
Guns away, so stop.
He's not telling the truth. You know, that's a lie. People really thought that this man... Hold on a second. I'm trying to find this clip. I lost the clip for a second. Where's that clip at? Where's the damn clip? I sometimes I be getting my things so cluttered.
Talk about what Donald Trump...
Why I cannot find this clip. But let's go to, matter of fact, let's go to here for a second. Bear with me for a second. I thought I had my clip up there. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get straight to it. Look, Trump mentioned that they're eating the cats, the dogs, and the ducks. Right? And people said Trump was bugging when he said this. Right? But was he actually bugging? Was he actually bugging? Listen to what he said. Because I'm going to show you something right after this.
what they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio.
With that being said, people are saying, oh my goodness, he's wrong. Even the moderator jumped in and said the governor or the mayor said that wasn't true. But the people on the ground are saying different. If you don't believe me, let's listen to a phone call that happened.
Clark County Communications.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I got a question. This is a non-emergency line, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm sitting here. I'm riding on the trail going to my orientation for my job today, and I see a group of Haitian people. There was about 4 of them. They all had geese in their hand. They got away. I couldn't make out the first 3 of the license plate, but I got the numbers.
Mind you, that's the rest of that's the end of the phone call. That's from the New York Post, right? But these are reports. These are things that are being reported. So when Donald Trump said what he says, he's right. It is being reported. There's other people on the ground level speaking of this. But not go there. Let's go to the actual video of, where is that? Bear with me. Let's go to the actual video of the person. Why can't, my thing is going over. I'm going all out of control today. Matter of fact, I'm going straight up here. Let's go to the video of the person who actually ate the cat.
Yes. Did you eat that cat? Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with it.
Did you see her eating it?
Eating it.
She was eating it?
Yeah, she was.
You call the Humane Society, see if they'll come pick this cat up. It's deceased.
One more time. I'm bringing it back to the beginning.
Go like this. Did you eat that cat? Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with it.
Did you see her eating it?
Eating it.
She was eating it?
Yeah, she was.
You call the Humane Society, see if they'll come pick this cat up. It's deceased.
So, was Trump crazy now for saying what's been reported? But wait, there's more. There's more about this.
The cats. There was a van pulled over that had over 100 cats in it with the Haitians. They said they was eating them.
Actually?
Yeah.
Not fake news.
Not fake news.
So a van was collecting cats and eating them.
I watched it happen, yeah. Watched them get pulled over with the cats and admit to the police that they was eating them.
You're not joshing with me.
No, I'm almost 50 years old, buddy. You don't
mess around.
No.
See, it's being reported. It's being reported. So Trump wasn't lying. It is being reported, right? But not only that, another person says the same thing. If you don't believe me, look.
Nothing but immigrants over there. And I don't even want to seem like I'm coming down on the immigrants, because it's the people that's bringing them down here. Because wherever they're at, that's what they're used to, bro. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them. nothing but immigrants over there. And I don't even want to like seem like I'm coming down on the immigrants because it's the people that's bringing them down here. Because wherever they're at, that's what they're used to, bro. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them like.
So, let's get something straight. Everybody said, that's wild, that's crazy. But the crazy part, here's the hypocrisy of my fellow inner city people. For years, me included, a lot of black people have been saying Chinese people are out here eating cats and dogs. They're eating cats and dogs. They're eating cats and dogs. And for a while, it was like a local myth. Until you find out, oh, it wasn't a local myth. A lot of Chinese people are eating cats and dogs. That's their culture. So for us, to them, we look weird by having dogs and cats as pets. And we look at them as, how can you have dogs and cats as your meal? Right? Because it's a culture thing. So how come when we say it's okay, but when Trump said they're eating animals like cats and dogs and pets, he looked like he's bugging out or crazy? Do I make sense to y'all right there when I said that? Do that make sense to y'all? Because I know I'm not bugging. There's people from Ohio on the street level are telling people, no, they're eating the pets. I seen it. And then top end, nah, it's not happening. How do you know? You're not on the ground level. How would you know this? It's being reported on the news and social media. It's being reported. It's being reported, man. So at the end of the day, when that clip went viral, to put it in the good perspective, this how in Trump mind it looked.
Springfield, they're eating the dogs. The people that came in, they're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Did you eat that cat?
And this is what's happening in our country.
Did you eat it?
And it's in Springfield, they're eating the dogs. The people that came in, they're eating the cats. They're eating. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
Gotta keep it 100. Gotta keep it 100. Even when it came down to the part with the bloodbath. He said it's going to be a bloodbath if he don't win. We all know. He was talking about the automobile business. That's a term they use. Right? And he's talking about how they try to get over on America car dealerships. Of how China tried to have place manufacturers in Mexico and then sell these cars to the American for a cheaper price, cutting the dealership throats of America. And he said, do that, it's gonna be a bloodbath, meaning on that market and pricing and things like that. Not actually people getting killed. Like, they know this. If you watch the sentence before that bloodbath line and after the line, you'll get what he's talking about. It was a conversation about automobiles industry. We should, no lie, Kamala Harris, after watching that debate, Kamala Harris, you deserve 5 Pinocchios. 1 Pinocchio. 2 Pinocchio. 3 Pinocchio. 4 Pinocchios. 5 Pinocchios. Nah, 6 Pinocchios. She was so on script. Even after it was debunked, she kept up the lie. Let me give you an example of what I mean. Y'all remember 8 Mile? When Eminem was battling, got the guy name, I think named Papa Doc. What the guy name he's battling? Right? Eminem is telling everybody about his problems. Like, listen, I was poor. I was trailer park trash. My mom did this. And he told everybody about himself. So to take away the insult you're about to give me, so if I insult myself and give you all my business out there, you can't use that against me. So Papa Doc like, damn, I'm stuck because everything he said, I was gonna say it, but now I can't say it because everybody know it because he admitted it. Imagine if Papa Doc, after Eminem said, my mom was a crackhead, I was poor, you know what I'm saying? I was this, I was that, you know what I'm saying? I come from a trailer park, And then Papa Doc said, guess what, y'all? I bet you already know that this guy was trailer park trash. His mother was this. He was on drugs. Y'all ain't know that. Ta-da! That's what she did. She was 8 Mile 2. She was Papa Doc. But on this clip, she decided to say everything that Eminem already said. Even after it was debunked. So Trump would say, I'm not for abortions. I'm not for the abortion ban. I'm not for X, Y, and Z. You know, I'm not gonna put the ban on, like I said before, or I'm not gonna be a dictator, or prior 2025 8 Minds. It's out there. Look up for yourself. And then I know where. Guess what, y'all? I bet you already know this. But Trump is behind Project 2025. He's going to have a national abortion ban. And he clearly just told us he's not doing none of them things. But for the people in the back who don't like him, is going to purposely block out that he just said this. And say, see, she was right. Because you don't like him, that's dangerous. And she know that most people are stupid. Because she said it herself about a certain group of people. From 18 to 25 or 18 to 23, they're stupid. She said this, not me. Something she said. So everybody, let's give her a round of applause and give Kamala Harris 6 Pinocchios. ABC there was the bias debate. One more thing before I go to, the guy asked him about Kamala Harris being black, and she was black. She was black, she turned black, and then try to say, why are you being so divisive, X, Y, and Z. But leave out the fact that at the National Association of Black Journalists, he was asked that question by a black woman who works for ABC. So they asked that question purposely. So when he answered it in the context of her being black, because that's how it was a question to ask about that. He didn't bring it up out of nowhere. It was asked to him. So when he answered that question and the way he answered it at this debate, they used that same answer he used against him on the debate stage at ABC. That was a hit job. That was set up. That was sabotaging. Now, some people out there are also saying she had microphone earrings. I'm not going that far. But is it possible? Very possible. So there's no actual proof of that really happening. So I'm going to put it out there and say allegedly. But with that being said, man, Trump 2024, and shout out to all my black women out there who are going viral saying they see the games that the Democrats just played with Trump and play with your emotions. And they calling that BS out. Thank you. We need more black women like you who could call out the left for the extreme, weird-ass gaslighting games, man. Gaslighting games. With that being said, later.